Hey everybody, I'm glad that you are still following the Hyliion journey. That means that it's just that stronger the people that are actually following Hyliion and still believe in Hyliion. Now, a lot of people do not believe in Hyliion at all anymore, and a lot of investors, big whales, just their sentiment changed because they feel like they got burnt. They got burnt because they lost a lot of money in Hyliion. And honestly, if your dollar cost average is above $5, it is a good chance it's going to take you a very long time to recover your money, if even recover at all. It's an unknown. But you just never know. The Cardinal could be the greatest thing ever, or it could be another ERX. But, anyways, let's talk about this event that just took place and why Edison Motors went to Texas. And what the hell were they doing at Hyliion? What the heck does Edison Motors and Hyliion have to do? Something cooking. Is the ERX back? Now, let me tell you a little bit about the journey of Edison Motors from what I've been able to pick up because I do follow their journey. I have followed their journey, especially since I'm such a big fan of trucks and you know, we were following the electrification of the trucking sector during 2022 and 2023. So I'm going to keep the story of Edison Motors brief, okay? They're basically a Canadian startup and they self-describe themselves as, some old school rednecks, but it's just a bunch of white boys engineering the next badass semi truck that is half Mad Max, half hyper truck, half or full logging truck. It's a badass truck. And I honestly give them props for that. If I had extra money to throw around and I had a big ass ranch, I'd probably hit them up and get me one of those since the ERX is now a dead dream, right? Or is it? Or what's going on? Why was Edison Motors up there? Okay, let's talk about their journey a little bit more. So this Canadian company, they wanted to build their own EV semi truck. So they actually engineered it themselves. Now, the reality is that it's not that hard to put together an EV truck if you can source the components. And the most difficult components or the most intricate components is going to be sourcing your battery selection and your powertrain selection. In this case, e-axles, all right? Now, Edison Motors, they went through a little journey to get e-axles because the reality is that e-axles are expensive, especially if you try to get them here in the United States and you go with what's available, which would be buying them from Cummins, which is Meritor. You have to get a Meritor e-axle. They're one provider. And the other people are, let me go get that out of deep storage from my mind because now I'm getting older and I forget. But the other provider is Dana. And these are the two people that have the two companies that have e-axles readily available here in the United States that you can buy, but they're expensive. So Edison Motors had to go to China. They found somebody to build them an e-axle. So they got their own e-axle. Whether it's proprietary to them or whether it's proprietary to the Chinese company that built it, that I do not know. But they got their own e-axle. So here, now I'm assuming this, okay? I'm speculating. I'm having fun with the guessing game. I guess that Edison Motors, the guy, I think he's the CEO. He was in Texas, went to visit Texas for whatever given reason. He went to the Bighorn State, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna drop by at Hyliion, check them out. Talk, see what's going on with them. Maybe get some info, maybe give some info, maybe shoot the idea of like, hey, we have a powertrain. What are you guys gonna do with the ERX? What's the future? Are you guys gonna develop your own powertrain? Because hey, maybe we can collaborate with the powertrain we already have and do something for the ERX, because I bet you they don't think the ERX is dead, because they themselves built an EEV semi truck to pull logs, a logging semi truck, and that thing's a beast. You know, I would have fun saying that it would make the perfect Mad Max kit. Literally, just get a Mad Max kit from Edison Electric, you know, and Edison Electric, guys, I just told you guys how to sell those, man. Just call them Mad Max kits, you know, get it from us, build it your own way, customize it your own way. It's badass. And while the meantime, you know, work it in the logging industry. Anyways, I'm just having fun, because if you're still in Hyliion, by now you have to have real thick skin. And if you don't, then I don't know why you're still in Hyliion. I hope you guys enjoy the content. It's really going to be a little bit more casual and laid back, and just more grounded in reality and down to earth. So if you do enjoy the content that I've been putting out, thank you. All I ask, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share this channel, because I made this channel just pretty much for Hyliion. You all know that my journey started really talking about the Hyliion videos, and or with the Hyliion videos and talking about Hyliion, and we kind of built a community, but there's not that many people left investing in Hyliion. Now, I've seen a lot of people subscribe to the channel. That's great. Thank you. I'm assuming that it's a lot of the people that were over there at Investing Entrepreneurship that came over, but let's build it out. I know there's a lot of Hyliion investors out there. They're on Facebook, they're on Discord, they're on YouTube, they're on X, and they're probably out there in other platforms too. So I just want to keep putting out the content so that we can maintain sources of information to at least gauge the sentiment and see what's going on. Because look, the reality is that the Carnot generator, it could be the next best thing. I mean, the U.S. Navy is looking at it, and the U.S. Navy has a lot of vessels and a lot of equipment that it's still diesel powered. So I bet you they want to be sustainable just like everybody else, and they are looking for alternative energy sources. You know, they've been investing in nuclear powered equipment to generate electricity for their mega ships, but that's expensive. That's super, super expensive. And the Carnot generator could provide a real good alternative to nuclear or fusion power that is not that expensive. And it provides them such a flexible alternative to be able to use so many fuels. Imagine that the U.S. Navy has ships all over the world. Imagine the convenience to be able to use any locally available fuel. So, of course, the U.S. Navy is interested. I knew that the military was going to be interested in Hyliion technology. Now, it's really up to Hyliion to deliver and not just hype everything up and flop again, like with the ERX. So, these are my views. I really look forward to knowing what Edison was doing at Hyliion and see how it went. But this is what happened. This is what really happened. He got a good first impression, like even I did when I met Thomas Healy. I think Thomas is down to earth. I don't know at the end of the day, because humans were fallen creatures. So what can I say? I'm still invested in Hyliion. I hope you all enjoy the content, and I'll catch everybody on the next video.